The city lights of Brooklyn often felt like a stage for Miles Morales, a vibrant, sprawling canvas. But for him, the real drama, the most profound and challenging scenes, unfolded not in grand battles against supervillains, but within the quieter, more intimate walls of his own home. Imagine a dinner table laden with food, the hum of gentle conversation broken by the clinking of cutlery. Miles sits there, his mind miles away, still buzzing from a recent web-slinging escapade, a secret tucked tightly beneath his skin. Across from him, his mother, Rio Morales, a registered nurse, observes him with that knowing, gentle gaze only a mother possesses. Beside her, his father, Jefferson Davis, a seasoned police officer, talks about his day, his voice steady, his worldview firm. This seemingly ordinary scene was in fact a crucible for Miles. His mother, Rio, was the heart of their family, a woman whose empathy and steadfast love provided an emotional anchor. She was observant, pragmatic, and possessed an innate ability to see beyond the surface, always grounding Miles, reminding him of his roots and the importance of family. She was the one who could bridge the gap, offer comfort without judgment, and subtly guide. His father, Jefferson, however, brought a different kind of strength to the family dynamic. A dedicated police officer, his life was built on upholding the law, on structure and order. And this deep-seated belief system meant he had a profound, almost visceral distrust of superheroes and vigilantes. To Jefferson, these masked figures operated outside the law, creating chaos even as they claimed to prevent it. He saw them as unpredictable, dangerous, a challenge to the very fabric of the society he worked tirelessly to protect. This wasn't a personal vendetta, it was a professional conviction, a core tenet of his identity. For Miles, this created an almost unbearable tension. He had inherited the mantle of Spider-Man after the tragic death of Peter Parker, suddenly thrust into a world of immense responsibility. How could he, a teenager still figuring out his place in the world, reconcile being the very thing his own father so profoundly distrusted? The initial secrecy of his identity wasn't just a plot device, it was a deeply personal burden. Every conversation with his father about Spider-Man, every dismissive comment Jefferson made about vigilantes felt like a direct hit, tightening the knot of anxiety in Miles's chest. He lived in a constant state of fear. Fear of failure, fear of exposure, and perhaps most acutely, fear of disappointing or even alienating the man he deeply admired. Rio, in her quiet wisdom, often seemed to sense the unspoken anxiety swirling around her son. She served as a buffer, offering a space where Miles could feel understood, even without words. Her presence was a comforting reminder that no matter what secrets he carried, he was loved unconditionally. This balance of love and tension, acceptance and distrust formed the unique and compelling family dynamic that defined Miles's early days as Spider-Man. It underscored the deeply personal sacrifices inherent in his heroic life, where protecting the city meant living a lie to protect his family from the truth. Then came the moment that would irrevocably shatter this fragile balance. During a devastating battle against Venom, the unyielding forces of heroism and villainy collided, and Rio Morales, the family's heart, was caught in the crossfire. Her death was not a distant news report or an abstract tragedy. It was a brutal, immediate loss that reverberated through Miles's very soul. The profound impact of his mother's death cannot be overstated. It was a visceral, searing pain that shaped his early decisions as Spider-Man, pushing him to the brink of despair. He was consumed by guilt, by the crushing weight of what he perceived as his failure to protect her, to prevent this ultimate sacrifice. In the aftermath, the very foundation of his world crumbled. The vibrant, sometimes chaotic Brooklyn he knew felt muted, devoid of her grounding presence. His initial heroic aspirations, once driven by a sense of duty and the legacy of Peter Parker, were now tinged with a raw, personal grief. Every swing through the city, every punch thrown, carried the ghost of her memory, a constant reminder of the stakes. Rio's death highlighted the cruel irony of his double life. The very secrecy he maintained to protect his family ultimately left them vulnerable in ways he never imagined. It forced Miles to confront the agonizing truth that being a hero often comes with an unbearable cost, and that sometimes, despite all your power, you cannot save everyone, especially those closest to you. Miles' path forward was no longer just about being a hero. It was about healing, about finding purpose in the face of profound loss, and about reconciling the incredible power he wielded with the crushing vulnerability of being human. Miles Morales' family, therefore, is not just a backdrop to his adventures. They are the very core of his story. His father's distrust and his mother's unwavering love created the complex tapestry against which Miles learned what it truly meant to be Spider-Man. Rio's ultimate sacrifice profoundly shaped his understanding of heroism, loss, and the personal cost of duty. It solidified his commitment to protecting others, driven by the memory of the love he lost and the determination to ensure no one else would suffer the same fate. In the end, Miles' journey is a testament to the enduring power of family, the complex bonds, the sacrifices, the unspoken understanding, and the profound grief that can ultimately forge an unbreakable spirit. It's a story that reminds us that even heroes are defined not just by their powers, but by the love and loss that shapes their very humanity. What are your thoughts on how Miles' family dynamics shaped him? Share your perspectives in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this reflection, please remember to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of our favorite heroes.